Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Superstars of Wrestling series. We're over 200 episodes of these. May not get too far more, but would love to get as many as we can. So I always add when I can find new ones. Anyway, this is the July 18th, 1987 edition. Opening with a six-man tag team match, which actually has some value to it in comparison to many six-mans that don't, especially modern day, but specifically even in this time, there were some thrown in their matches. This is a major match, though. Bob Orton Jr., Don Morocco, and Ron Bass versus Junkyard Dog, Hillbilly Jim, and Billy Jack Haynes. All matches are short for the time period, as was to be had. Not necessarily a fan of that. Of course, Orton and Morocco had been teaming and did team at WrestleMania 3. Junkyard Dog and Ron Bass kind of have a mini program going on. Junkyard Dog gone by the end of 87, so he's only here for a few more months. And again, kind of the teaser there. Anyway, Bass hits a back elbow, pretty aggressive from the start. And again, match goes pretty slow by comparison to other matches, but at the same time, we see a couple of headbutts and even the crawl around headbutt by the Junkyard Dog. Tag off, and Billy Jack Haynes comes in, as does Don Morocco. Morocco at this point looking extremely bloated, somewhat faded, and kind of, I wouldn't say necessarily in bad shape, but also not in the best shape in the world either. They tie up and go into things pretty aggressively. Billy Jack Haynes gone by sometime in, let's say, fall of 87, because I don't think he is not part of the Survivor Series in November, so you would assume that if he were still part of the organization at that point, that he would still be there. Miscommunication between Morocco and Orton and other things, and eventually a win. Hillbilly Jim celebrating and leading the winning team there. Hillbilly Jim's still a guy that everybody is enjoying. Then we see a $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase vignette. Basically, the idea is DiBiase is hungry. He tells Virgil to stop at the local eatery of the moment and bribes a person in the maitre d' position to get him a table immediately, kick someone out if need be. Awesome vignette. Anyway, we go to the next enhancement match here. One-man gang against Sonny Rogers. Gang with the front drop suplex after a couple of punches and kicks. Also, Hulk Hogan, acknowledging the summer of taking on Killer Khan, and says that the fans helped him to get back to lifting after being attacked and such. Local house show hype for that. Then we move to Rujo Brothers versus the Shadows. Rujo Brothers still baby faces here, not turning for about another year. Summer of 88 is when they turn. The Shadows, two masked individuals, masked tag team, and kind of going around there, not exactly the best of situations. Jacques and Raymond Rougeau do manage to do, some pretty cool stuff. Leapfrogs, nip-ups, monkey flips, and the like. Still baby faces at the time, although they are wearing the blue trunks that they would become synonymous with at the time. They don't manage to go that well, and the Shadows do a little bit of brawling in the corner. Nothing to write home about, but at the same time, they kind of do the elevated bombs away to the Rougeaus, and they get the victory with a cradle roll up. And then we go to another in the series of interviews. This time, Billy Jack Haynes and Ken Patera are going to team up against members of the Heenan family. Billy Jack Haynes endorsing Ken Patera returning from his time in prison, and basically says that Heenan's time is up. We see a short vignette of the British Bulldogs feeding part of a ice cream bar to Matilda, their bulldog, and then eating one themselves, the WWF ice cream bars. Then we go to another tag team match, this time Demolition. They do not have the official theme yet. Omar Atlas up and teaming with Scott Casey against Axe and Smash, the original not the original Demolition. but the more well-known Demolition, Mr. Fuji presenting them. Obviously, Axe and Smash going to town here in 1987. Lots of punch kick. Fuji doing an inset promo with the face paint on and trying to hype the team up. Basically saying that he controls the team that's going to cause the most pain. They do use the Demolition decapitation device, the middle rope elbow, for the victory here. We move to the next in series of events, and that leads to a bit the snake pit with Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan basically says he's willing to take on all comers, even as the world champion here. Killer Khan comes out with Mr. Fuji, a spinning green mist in the eyes of Hulk Hogan, blinding him and further cementing their program, which for the record is never blown off on television during the 1987 run, at least that I can recall. Brutus Beefcake defeating Pete Sanchez. Beefcake just new to doing the barber thing, having cut the hair of Adrian Adonis at WrestleMania 3 in April, and then kind of going into the barber vignettes in the months to come. Power slam and high knee, and then a sleeper hold by Beefcake, and he is a new babyface, having not really found his run here, but does manage to do the haircut deal and the sleeper hold to get the victory there. We close the program as far as matches are concerned with the Hart Foundation against Mike Richards and Jerry Allen. Hart Foundation still your tag team champions, I believe, at this particular juncture. Of course, Bret Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and Neidhart obviously using the power, using a stun gun across the top rope, punch kick, and Allen sent to the outside. The Hart Foundation in quick control, Jimmy Hart running around at ringside, very satisfied. Also, not mentioned in this, the hype for the soon-to-be debuting Bam Bam Bigelow. I believe he debuts in August or so with Sir Oliver Humperdinck. But at this point on Superstars, we have several individuals who are vying for his manager, the right or honor to manage him, including Jimmy Hart and the nature of the Slickster in an inset promo. Randy Savage brought out, said he doesn't really care necessarily as much about the Intercontinental Championship as he used to. A 14-month run with the championship is what Savage had, and that is only 1 month shy of the 15 all-time run of the Honky Tonk Man. A lot of people don't realize things were that close together. Anyway, we close the show with that, and we'll be back with more right after this.